idea. If you don't have an idea, you can steal one. I recommend from the deceased. If you steal from the living, people call you names, but if you steal from the dead, they call you educated. So, examples of good ideas, 3 good ideas. Man dressed as a bat fights crime in an urban area. Remote island, scientists recreate dinosaurs for a theme park. Boat sinks in the Atlantic Ocean with Leonardo DiCaprio on it. These are all good ideas, but they're not very Maggie Stiefvater ideas. To write a Maggie Stiefvater novel, really your idea has to start with something that says, it's about, fill in the blank, and then you follow it with the phrase, but not like that. So, my novel is about fairies, but not like that. My novels are about werewolves, but not like that. My novel's about killer horses, but not like that. I mean, you see, you get the hang of it. And it's difficult, though, because when people ask you to explain more about your books, you have to explain that not like that part. And so when I say that the Scorpio race is about killer horses, I mean, it's based on the legend of Irish water horses. How many of you know anything about the legend of Irish water horses? 2 people. That's more people than are here and don't know who I am. I just like to point out that's math. So Irish water horses, every November they come running out of the ocean. They gallop up and down the beach. They're bigger and faster and more beautiful than land horses. If you can catch them, they make incredible mounts, but if they catch you off guard, they will drag you into the ocean, and later just your lungs and liver will wash up. It was always one of my favorite stories as a child. So my book's about that, but not like that. We're going to move to step 2. Step 2, begin your research. All Maggie Stiefvater novels are lovingly crafted with research. We love research, which is, I've watched lots of wolf documentaries when I was researching the Shiver trilogy. So many, in fact, that my 2 little terriers learned to howl in their sleep. They're quite small, so normally when they bark in their sleep, they sound like Star Wars lasers. But no, after a few dozen wolf documentaries, not so much. You walk by the couch, they're laying there, their little legs are twitching, they're dreaming, their heads tilt back and... No more NPR for you! Yeah, so, I also spent a lot of time with the Shiver trilogy on the science. I know more about the hippocampus and the hypothalamus than any non-science major should know. And also, luckily for me, my father is an emergency room doctor. Also, luckily for me, one of his personal failings is he will always pick up the telephone if he sees it's my name on the caller ID. So we'd have lots of conversations like this. Yeah, Dad? Margaret? Which is what he calls me when he's busy or angry. Yes, I have a question. What will cause a really high fever but not be gross because it's a kissing book? Margaret, can I call you back? I have my hand in a man's chest cavity. He'll be fine, answer the question. And then for the Scorpio races, because it is the book of my heart, I really got involved in the research. The central premise is that it's a deadly horse race run at the base of cliffs. And so I became obsessed with making sure I had the right cliffs. And so I visited cliffs in California, cliffs in Yorkshire, cliffs in Sussex. I pretended to be a horse running along beaches to find out if the surface would be good for horse races. I picked up little rocks and stuck my hands in tide pools. Anemones, that's all I gotta say. I filled these particular boots with the Atlantic Ocean. I also do not recommend this. When I also bruised my tailbone when I was in Yorkshire climbing over kelp-covered boulders. Last year I was on tour in France. I was in Paris and my publisher said, Maggie, it is Paris. It's December, it's almost Christmas, the city is decorated for Christmas. It's 4 days until your anniversary. It's snowing here in the city for the first time in 18 years. You have your husband here. Have the day off. Go. Enjoy yourself in the city of love. What are you going to do? And I turned to my husband and said, Lover, rent a car. We're driving to the cliffs of Normandy. So when you're writing a Maggie Stiefvater novel, remember, prepare yourself and your loved ones for lots of research.